We're at DSDT, a Detroit school for digital technology. We're going to have a tour and take a look at what they do here for returning citizens, for students, and how people start their careers and go out into the world and make a difference. So follow me and let's take a look. We are in the design class with Steve Franklin. Tell us about this class and tell us about your students.
What we do with our students is that we teach them the fundamentals of graphic design as it applies to print, social, and graphic media. We have the students working in the Adobe Creative Suite, and they get to learn how to do business cards, flyers, brochures, and basic web design.
That's good stuff. Is everyone learning and processing and taking this all in? Wonderful. Well, this is a wonderful class, and it's a great trait and career to have. So wishing you all the luck, and thank you, Steve, for being on camera with us and talking to WDHT and teaching this class.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So this is our podcast room, and students can have their own show. We have 3 different camera angles, so we can pan and do a whole shot of the entire podcast, or we can zoom into each face. We also have the ability to go Facebook Live.
We are at the DSDT administrative offices. Come on and let's take a look. Follow me. So these are the DSDT offices. As you see, they are refurbished cells, prisoner cells. So this was previously a prison, and now it's being put to excellent use as a school. So we have here today Kevin. Follow me. This is Kevin, and Kevin is a returning citizen who is one of the administrators here at DSDT. Kevin, tell us what you do here.
Hello, how y'all doing, everybody? My name is Kevin Price. I'm a returning citizen myself, and I work here at DSDT. They hired me to do student recruitment services and digital marketing.
So what exactly does a returning citizen mean?
Well, it means that I was incarcerated. I came here and I took a couple courses, and they hired me. I got a job.
Making a difference here at DSDT through citizenship, through second chances, and through making a difference career-wise. And Kevin is one of the wonderful examples of this wonderful school and what it's doing moving forward, giving people a second chance. So that was Kevin, and we also here have Don, who is working diligently and also part of DSDT. Can we interrupt you, Don?
Sure.
All right. Tell us about what you do here, and we're standing in a cell, and we can leave anytime we want, which is wonderful. But tell us about the school and what you do here at the school.
Hi, well, I actually work in film and television, but I came here to the school to really learn editing. Moving forward, I'll be teaching project management and also screenwriting.
Wonderful. So you're one of the instructors here.
Instructors, well, it's kind of like a work study for me right now. I'm learning the editing piece and teaching the other piece.
Oh, wonderful. And this is?
I'm Terry Shear.
And you are a student here?
I'm a student here, yep.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to let you get back to what you were doing.
Thank you.
We're walking through the offices, and we have here in this particular cell, we have Mari and we have Alex diligently working, and they are both students here at DSDT. Mari, what are you learning here? What is your scope of study?
My major is film, photography, and audio production.
Wonderful. And Alex, what about you?
Audio and visual production.
So these are the people that are going to be behind the cameras at Channel 7, CNN, MSNBC, and the list goes on. Good luck, guys. Here at DSDT, from what I understand, you can also rent one of these cells. A lot of 501c3s actually rent them and do their work out of the cell. So there's a lot of possibilities at the school. And I am really thinking that this might be a great place to get some work done. We're going to be talking with Ladera Watkins, who is actually a student here at DSDT, and now he is an employee. And he has quite the story, and we're going to talk to him right now. Come on in. Hi, Ladera. How are you?
How you doing? I'm all right.
So you are actually an employee of DSDT.
Yeah.
You started up as a student?
I started up as a student in the IT class, and after completion, I was hired in.
Ladera, you have a very special story. You were incarcerated for 41 years. Tell us about that and tell us how you got here today.
Well, I was incarcerated for 41 years and 8 months. And I was exonerated June 2017. Upon being released, I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something and get caught up on what's going on in the tech field, and so I came here.
And that is wonderful. That's starting a career, and it sort of gives you a second chance. But you said exonerated. Tell us about that.
Well, I mean, after over 41 years
and 8 months.
And 8 months. Evidence was discovered in the court files and support my innocence.
So it was a special program, I understand, from, was it UFD Mercy?
No, it was Cooley Law School, Innocent Project.
So the Cooley Law School, the Innocent Project at Cooley Law School actually looked at Ladera's case and examined all the information, and given today's technology, were able to find evidence to exonerate him of the crime that they accused him of, in which he served 41 years and 8 months in prison. So an innocent man was taken away, and he found a place here at DSDT to start a career and have a second chance. Such an amazing story. Your disposition is so kind and so peaceful, and I am sorry that you lost all those years, but I think you're the kind of person that's going to be looking forward.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, just trying to do the best we can, you know, and move forward. And you know, you think about, you know, a lot of the things and wrongs that was done in the past, but you can't live there. You got to keep moving. You know, so I thank you. I appreciate you.
The past is the past, and the future is the future and yet to be, right? Absolutely. Thank you so much for talking to us. Best of luck to you. God bless you, and life is good.
Life is great.
We are in a classroom with Nakaya, who is the instructor, and it's called A+. Nakaya, tell us what that means.
CompTIA is A+ certification, basically deals with, on one side of it, all of the hardware. What is a CPU? What's a hard drive? What does your monitor, what's the purpose of your monitor? How do you connect the monitor? Anything dealing with the hardware components of the computer, that's what A+ 901 does. A+ 902 is dealing with all the software. How does Word work? How does Excel work? How does any of the drivers that you need to communicate with the different devices that you connect?
So everything you wanted to know about computers, but were afraid to ask kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Doris earlier was talking about the viruses kind of thing, where people put viruses on each other's computers and try to figure out how to take it off. Now, is that part of this class?
No, that's a little further along when you get into either security, cyber security, ethical hacking, things like that. That's this classroom that we're in. That's why you see all of the components. We had to actually build specific computers for that because we couldn't have the viruses. We got red team and blue team, the hackers and the people trying to stop the hacking, but we had to build specific computers for that because you can't introduce the viruses on our network in here.
Right, and that's what I was thinking when she had mentioned that. So it would have to be on a sort of a closed network.
Gotta have a sandbox. Not unless you want all kind of nasties running around in the wild around the building.
We don't want that. No, we don't want that. Thank you so much. We're going to let you continue with class. They say orange is the new black. We are with Torian Thomas, who is the Director of Community Outreach, and Doris Hej, who is the Director of Student Services here at DSDT. Torian, yes. Community outreach, what does that entail for a place of this character?
Community outreach is basically an opportunity for us to show the community what we do here and also to aid the community in anything that they need going on. We work with a lot of community organizations like the Mexican Town organization. We work with other schools, other nonprofit organizations. We're actually putting together a community service project with some other organizations as well, just to keep our employees and our students involved in the community that we operate in.
So it's basically partnerships that sort of move the school. The students that actually attend the school in terms of your community outreach, do they come from different organizations, or where is that pool coming from?
These students come from all different walks of life, all different organizations. We have a lot of students that come from Michigan Works. We have students that come from the veterans. We have students that come from just walk in and literally have heard about us in an article or seen us on TV or seen something on YouTube and say, hey, I saw you guys on TV. I want to come in and learn a little bit more about it. But we're also here. I mean, if it wasn't for the people in the community, we would not be here. It's all about the people that we serve that makes us what we are. So we have to continue to stay involved in what's going on in the community.
Very well said. Doris, Student Services, what exactly is your position here, and how do you serve the students of DSDT?
So I start from the beginning. I help get them enrolled. I'm also the counselor, so I help them if they're going through any types of, I've had students in shelters. I've had students going through crisis. They can come talk to me, and then I help them place them in a job. So I do.
You do quite a bit.
I do a little bit.
And as Torian just said, Doris does everything. But as a life coach as well, that's something that you're very passionate about. And you do that as a career and as a business. So you bring that to DSDT. How do you do that? In terms of counseling, but what kind of students have you seen that you've had to work with in regards to getting them over that hump to the next step?
Yeah, there's been quite a few. So like I said, I stated one girl, she was in a shelter, and then I found out that she wasn't in a shelter and she was living in her car. And with that in your head, it's so hard to focus on training or school or any of that because you're going through, a crisis. So we had to break it down. I helped find her into another shelter that took her in. Now she has 3 jobs. She's working 3 jobs, and she's doing amazing. And one thing we've noticed here is serving the community of Detroit is people are going through stuff, and us as a school have to take a priority of helping them with the skill set as well as overcoming the challenges that they have in their everyday life.
A lot of your students are returning citizens, and I've learned that statement means they were incarcerated and are now out into society. So many of the students that come here have that title, and they sort of integrate as students, and we've met a lot that have been hired. Tell us about that.
So again, that's another important part of what we do. I think that returning citizens get kind of like a bad rep just because of the name of what it is, and a lot of these crimes aren't violent crimes. Some of these crimes are a lot less than what they should have been locked up for, really. And when they went in, they didn't have the necessary skills to do anything on a legal level. Right, so giving them the opportunity to come back out, learn those skills, and then practice those skills and put them to work. I mean, we got guys who've been incarcerated for over 30 years and come back out, and they've never seen a computer like this, or even cell phones for that matter. And we've had them for about 6 weeks, and these guys are on Macs, they're on PCs, they're doing all different types of work on all different types of levels and platforms. I mean, for us, it's exciting because these are people to us, and we look forward to seeing people be successful. So we don't label people, we just take people as people and try to make them the best people they can be.
And I think it's wonderful that we are actually in a refurbished prison that is now called the school. I don't think that was really set up that way. It just sort of happened that way. And that's why you see the prison walls around us. But this is now turned into a wonderful place of learning and career building and second chances. So these bars have a totally different meaning here, but it is synonymous with second chances, and those that have been in these cell blocks are now looking through them freely and being able to live a life that is positive and have a second chance to be a good, upstanding citizen, and this is what it's about. So welcome to DSDT. I love this place, and this really tells me that you always have a second chance.